We're going to do a little bit of walk around video on this Muddox XL. It's got a unique combination of accessories and overall just a really neat build. I do apologize if the camera's shaky. I'm walking on snow in my boots. So this, like I mentioned, is an XL. It's got the canvas top. Right now it's in the half cab configuration. It'll also go into a full cab. It's got the Adair tracks on it. We've got light bars on front, back, left, and right. The neat thing about our rear roll bar is that we can mount a light bar up at the top here. Then the wires run pretty clean all the way down the roll bar and then down into the chassis. Quick look at the rear compartment area, very clean. One really nice feature about the half canvas cab is that we make it to where it mounts on the back side of the engine cover. That way, if you have something strapped up here like a cooler, it'll remain inside the vehicle with you, not out in the elements. It's got the fenders for the tracks. Because they hang out so far, you don't want them flinging debris into the back side of the machine, especially if occupants back there. With a top on, it's not such a big worry, but if you want to run it in your half cab configuration, it's not a bad idea. It's got the rear winch on here. So what we've got on this side of the body is you pop this off, and then you can put your remote control right here to operate the rear winch. The rear winch is pretty versatile. We've designed it to where there is a rear hitch receiver built into it, so just because you got the winch into your Muddox receiver doesn't mean you can't pull a trailer behind it with the winch. If you ever decide that you don't want to run the rear winch, we've got a quick connect for it right here in the body. You just pop this out, pull the pin, and slide the whole winch out. Very simple. You can have it on and off within seconds. This machine does have our tie-down kit. It mounts right to the bearing box. Now you notice this grease block right here. This feeds all the grease fittings on the right side of the machine. We've also got one for the left side and then one inside the engine compartment for the inside bearings. So all you have to do to grease your bearings, which there's one on the outside of the bearing box and then one on the inside. Rather than trying to get through here with the grease gun and greasing each individual bearing, we bring them all to a centralized location using hoses. So you can just take your grease gun and grease right down the block. Really nice, especially with tracks, because truthfully, it's extremely hard to get inside there with tracks on it. If you try to reach in between here, the grease gun, it just doesn't work out that well. The tracks on the Muddox are great in the snow, especially the Adairs. They're an ultra lightweight track. The front end, we've got the light bar mounted right to the brush guard. We do this with just a couple of clamps, super easy and clean. And then we run the wiring harness for the light bar right where the winch wiring goes into the body of the Muddox. So it's a really nice clean install. This wiring is designed to be a quick connect, so if you ever want to remove your light bar, you just pull this tab, slide the connector out, and then you can unscrew the light bar on the sides and leave the brackets here. Or if you want the entire light bar removed, you can just pop off the mounts on each side. Quick look at the inside of the Muddox. I love our new dash panels with the 57 horsepower engine. There's so much information available on this little setup. We've got our engine temperature, battery voltage, etc. What's really nice is that we leave these two switches for auxiliary uses. If you have no accessories on your machine that require a switch, those two are just blank. Now this one, we've got the windshield wiper switch and then the washer fluid switch. So I'll give you an example of the wiper switch. So there's our low speed, which is the slowest setting, and then there is our high speed. Now if you have more electrical accessories, move down here and we've got what we call a 4-gang switch panel. These control our light bars all the way around the machine. Super nice, easy to get to, and it looks clean. It matches the dash of the Muddox itself. Then we got our heater controls. That's the fan speed. 3 different speeds on there, and then you go from hot to a little bit colder. These are really nice vents. You can twist them all the way around and point them wherever you need it to be. So if you want it on your feet, point it down there. If you want maybe more at your top end, driver's side, passenger side, etc. Headlights on in the light bar. At nighttime, these are extremely bright. Even in the daytime, you can notice them. We do offer different size light bars for the machine. You don't want to go too much bigger on the sides just because getting in and out of the vehicle, you don't want it to intrude in your space. But for example, the rear, you can have a light bar that's much wider that goes the entire distance of the rear roll bar if you would like. We do just tons of different styles and setups. So there she is, one Dream Machine Muddox XL.